So to make sure the algorithm doesn't completely kill me, I decided to make a Rick and Morty video. Well, this is the video you're seeing right now, a Rick and Morty Season 4, Episode 1 review. So, first, before we get into the Season 4 review, I'm going to talk quickly about Season 3 and its ending. Now, in the ending of Season 3, if you're not caught up already, why aren't you? It's been out on Hulu for almost a year. It's been out for almost 2 years at this point, 770 days, because Adult Swim counted in the premiere. So, I've watched the episode at this point around, I think, 4 times. The reason I did that was twice by myself and twice with other people. The first time was the premiere. Decided to watch it again by myself because I was tired that night. And third time I was with, I was just kind of hanging out with some people and we decided to watch it. Same with the fourth time. Now, Rick and Morty is a pretty great show. I think the one major problem with it, like the biggest problem, is its fan base. Because Rick and Morty fan base is just full of, well, I got the higher IQ type people. But, those kinds of people, I would say, if you haven't watched the show, don't not watch it because of them. Like, watch it to appreciate it, don't watch it because of them. But that's not what this video is about. Anyway, now on to my thoughts about the Season 4 premiere. It was very good. I really liked this kind of return to form kind of feeling. It felt kind of like a Season 1 episode, but more self-aware, because it was very obvious that they knew that Season 3 was a little too much of a linear plot-based, which isn't bad, but I think a lot of people decided to watch the show in the first place because of the single adventure type feel. These two guys going on adventures together. And I thought it was really good. It subverted my expectations, definitely, with Morty being the main, like, villainous character of the episode when it's usually Rick. So it was a small subversion of my expectations. Not as bad of a subversion of Season 3, which I will say was a good season. It just didn't meet a lot of people's expectations, and it had a lot of flaws. But it felt like a classic Rick and Morty adventure, with it all being based around this one object in the world, the death crystals. The death crystals, if you haven't watched the episode yet, which if I haven't warned it already, this is spoilers. This is a spoiler-filled review. But the death crystals are basically these tiny little crystals that when you hold them, they tell you how you're going to die. And it updates in real time, meaning that every single second it predicts another version of your death. And the whole episode centers around how Morty wants to make it so that he dies with Jessica. So he's following this one path the entire episode. And it turns him into a psychopathic killer, all to be with Jessica in the end. And that's really fun. It's really cool to watch him, even without the influence of Rick around him, still be a evil presence. Now, it wasn't as classic kind of dynamic as the original, because it was more about them being separated, the episode, and Rick trying to save Morty from himself. But otherwise from that, it has been a good episode. My favorite plot, though, was Rick's. It was just hilarious. Him going through all the different worlds and just all of them being fascist dictatorships. It was kind of just hilarious. And I don't know if I could say any higher praise about it. One of the things I also liked about the season, or I guess the premiere, was that they included Mr. Meeseeks in it, which I thought was really cool because it feels like, well, it felt like for a long time that a lot of side characters who really made Rick and Morty what it was were kind of thrown away after their one episode. And it was nice to see a return of Meeseeks, and even a little sprinkle in there of Gearhead from season 2 and season 3, who only showed up like a couple of times. And it was nice to see him in the background of a couple of scenes. And aside from that, it was a pretty good episode. I think it's around. It's not the best episode. I don't think anything could top the Rick Lantis mix-up, but it definitely comes close, and I would say that it is probably one of the better episodes of the series, and definitely a lot better than the lesser half of season 3. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I don't really have much to say here. Just remember to eat your carrots, consume your pie, and please subscribe.